It's Friday night, you just got paid this morning, and you know what? You deserve something nice. Maybe it's that $80 dinner you've been eyeing all week. Maybe it's those shoes. Or maybe it's just everything. Because you've been working hard, right? You've earned this. Fast forward to next Thursday. You're checking your bank account. And, wait, where did it all go? You're about to grab lunch, but suddenly, you're doing that mental math thing. Can I afford this $12 sandwich? I mean, I just got paid 5 days ago. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, this isn't a willpower problem. There's a psychological trap that's draining your bank account faster than any subscription service or daily coffee ever could. And here's the crazy part. The harder you work, the worse it gets. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why you keep ending up broke. So stick with me, because this might be the most important 5 minutes you watch this year. There's this thing psychologists call compensatory consumption, but I'm going to call it what it actually is: revenge spending. Here's how it works. You've been stressed all week. Your boss was demanding. Your commute sucked. You ate sad desk lunches while scrolling through Instagram. By Friday, you're not just tired, you're emotionally depleted. And then that paycheck hits. Suddenly, your brain goes, you know what? I've suffered enough. I deserve this. And here's where it gets dangerous. Because you're not just buying stuff. You're buying relief. You're buying validation. You're buying revenge against a week that took everything from you. A 2024 study from the American Psychological Association found that 64% of workers reported using shopping as a coping mechanism for work-related stress. But here's the kicker: the average person doesn't spend $50 or $100 on this emotional relief. They spend $314 per paycheck on completely unplanned purchases. That's $8,164 per year. Just gone. Now, you might be thinking, but I work hard for my money. Why shouldn't I enjoy it? And look, I'm not here to tell you to stop enjoying your life. The point is this: revenge spending isn't actually enjoyable. It feels good for about 47 minutes, yes. Researchers actually measured this, and then it's gone. But the financial damage? That lasts all month. Let me show you the real math on this. Let's say you make $4,000 a month after taxes. That's a decent salary. But if you're revenge spending $314 every 2 weeks, that's $628 a month. Almost 16% of your income going to stuff you didn't plan for and probably didn't even really want. But here's what most people don't realize. It's not just the 6 to 8. It's the cascading effect. Because now, you're behind on your budget. So you start using your credit card for groceries. That's another $400. Then an unexpected expense hits: car repair, medical bill, whatever, and you don't have the buffer. So that goes on the card too. By the end of the month, you've added $1,200 to your credit card. At 22% APR, you're now paying an extra $264 per year in interest. Just on 1 month's worth of revenge spending. Do this for a year, you're looking at $3,168 in credit card interest alone. That's on top of the $8,164 you already spent. So I deserve this moment? It just cost you $11,332. Okay, so why does this keep happening? Why can't you just stop? Here's the thing most financial gurus won't tell you. Your brain is literally working against you. When you're stressed and depleted, your prefrontal cortex, the part that makes rational decisions, basically goes offline. Meanwhile, your limbic system, the emotional, impulsive part, takes over. This is called ego depletion. And it's why you can be super disciplined all week, and then completely lose it on Friday night. Your brain sees spending as a shortcut to feeling better, and technically, it works. For a few minutes, you get a dopamine hit. Your brain goes, relief. But here's the trap. Your brain doesn't distinguish between healthy relief and destructive relief. It just wants the dopamine, so it keeps pushing you toward that quick fix. And the more stressful your job is, the more you're going to revenge spend. It's not a personality flaw, it's neuroscience. A University of Michigan study tracks spending patterns across different stress levels. People in high-stress jobs spent 37% more on impulse purchases than people in low-stress jobs, even when they made the same salary. Think about that. Your job stress isn't just making you miserable, it's making you poor. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: social media. Because revenge spending didn't used to be this bad. 20 years ago, you might have bought yourself a nice dinner after a hard week. But now, you're scrolling through Instagram, seeing someone's vacation in Bali. Your college friend just bought a Tesla. That influencer is unboxing another PR package. And your brain is keeping score. Everyone else is living their best life. Why am I not? This is called social comparison anxiety, and it's turbocharging revenge spending. You're not just spending to feel better anymore. You're spending to keep up. You're spending to prove something. You're spending to create content for your own Instagram. A 2024 Bankrate survey found that 48% of millennials and Gen Z admitted to making purchases specifically to post on social media. Not because they wanted the thing, because they wanted the post. And here's the most messed up part. Those posts then make other people feel like they need to spend to keep up. It's a vicious cycle. Alright, so here's where most finance videos would tell you: just make a budget and stick to it. But we both know that doesn't work. Because the problem isn't that you don't have a budget. The problem is that revenge spending happens before your rational brain can stop it. So what's the actual solution? It's not about willpower. It's about creating a system that makes revenge spending impossible. Here's what I mean. The reason revenge spending works is because the money is available. It's sitting in your checking account, just begging to be spent. So the solution is simple. Make it unavailable. I call this the Paycheck Quarantine Method. Here's how it works. Step 1. The day before you get paid, open a separate high-yield savings account, somewhere you can't easily access. Step 2. Set up an automatic transfer. The second your paycheck hits, 20% goes straight to that account, before you can even see it. Step 3. Pretend that money doesn't exist. Now, I know what you're thinking. But I need that money for bills. No, you don't. Here's why. If you're revenge spending $628 a month, that means you were already functioning without that money. It's not going to rent or groceries. It's going to whatever you bought and forgot about. So if you automatically save 20% of your paycheck, you're just redirecting money that was already disappearing. Except now, it's disappearing into your savings account instead of the void. Let's do the math on this. Say you make $4,000 a month. 20% is $800. After 1 year, you have $9,600 saved. That's not even counting interest. But here's where it gets really good. Because now, when you have a bad week and want to revenge spend, you can't. The money's not there, so you're forced to find other ways to cope. Maybe you call a friend. Maybe you go for a walk. Maybe you watch a movie. These things don't cost $314, and they actually might make you feel better for longer than 47 minutes. And after a few weeks, something interesting happens. Your brain starts to rewire. It stops associating payday with spending. The urge starts to fade. Now, some of you are thinking, but this sounds miserable. You're telling me I can never enjoy my money? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Here's the key. There's a massive difference between intentional spending and revenge spending. Intentional spending is when you decide, on Monday, that you're going to buy concert tickets on Friday. You plan for it. You budget for it. You enjoy it guilt-free because it's part of your financial plan. Revenge spending is when you impulsively drop $200 at Target on Thursday night because you had a bad day. And you wake up Friday morning thinking, wait, what did I even buy? One of these feels good. The other one creates a cycle of guilt and financial stress that makes you want to spend more money to feel better. See the problem? The goal isn't to never spend money. The goal is to break the emotional connection between stress and spending. Okay, so you've got the paycheck quarantine method down. You're automatically saving 20%. Your revenge spending has dropped significantly. What's next? Here's the advanced move. Create a joy budget. This is a specific amount of money, let's say $200 a month, designated purely for unplanned, spontaneous things that make you happy. The difference is, this money has a purpose. It's not revenge spending because it's intentional. You've decided that this $200 is for fun. Oh, guilt, no questions asked. Want to buy those shoes? Cool. Use the joy budget. Want to go out to dinner? Joy budget. Want to blow it all on a concert? Go for it. But here's the rule. Once it's gone, it's gone. This does two things. First, it satisfies the psychological need to spend without guilt. You're not denying yourself pleasure. You're just putting boundaries around it. Second, it trains your brain to think before spending. Because when you know you only have $200 for the month, you start asking yourself, is this worth it? Or should I save it for something better? And suddenly, you're making intentional choices instead of emotional ones. But here's the real talk. All these systems and strategies, they're band-aids. If you want to truly break the revenge spending cycle, you have to address the root cause. Why are you so stressed and depleted in the first place? Because, look, if your job is making you miserable enough that you need to spend $314 every 2 weeks just to cope, that's not a spending problem. That's a life problem. Maybe it's time to have a conversation with your boss about workload. Maybe it's time to set better boundaries. Maybe it's time to start looking for a new job that doesn't drain your soul. I know that's easier said than done, but here's the thing. Every dollar you spend on revenge is a dollar that could have gone toward building a life where you don't need revenge. Think about it. If you save that $8,164 a year instead of spending it, in 5 years, you have $40,820. That's a quit your toxic job and take 3 months to find something better fun. That's a start a side business fun. That's a move to a city with better opportunities fun. Your revenge spending isn't just costing you money, it's costing you freedom. First, open your banking app and look at your last paycheck. How much did you spend in the 3 days after it hit? Be honest. Second, open a separate savings account. I recommend a high-yield savings account like Ally or Marcus, somewhere with good interest rates, but not instant access. Third, set up an automatic transfer for 20% of your paycheck. If 20% feels impossible, start with 10%. Just start. Fourth, and this is the most important one, identify your revenge spending triggers. Is it Friday nights? Is it after Zoom meetings with your boss? Is it when you're scrolling Instagram? Write them down. Write them down, because awareness is the first step to change. Look, I'm going to be real with you. This isn't going to be easy at first. The first few times you get paid and that money automatically disappears into savings, you're going to feel it. You're going to want to spend. Your brain is going to throw a tantrum like a toddler in a toy store. But here's what's going to happen. Week 1, you'll be annoyed. Week 3, you'll start feeling a little bit of control. Week 6, you'll check your savings account and realize you have more money than you've had in years. Week 12, you'll wonder why you ever spent money the old way. And 6 months from now, you're going to have thousands of dollars saved. You're going to feel financially secure for the first time in forever. And you're going to realize that the stuff you were revenge spending on, you don't even remember what it was. Because here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. The things we buy to make ourselves feel better rarely do. Not for long. What actually makes us feel better is security, control, progress. Knowing that we're building something instead of just surviving paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, revenge spending is a trap. But it's not your fault that you fell into it. We live in a culture that's designed to make us spend. Social media shows us what we're missing. Advertisers tell us we deserve it. And our jobs drain us so completely that spending feels like the only relief we can afford. But you know what you actually can't afford? Another year of this cycle. So break it. Today, right now. Set up that automatic transfer. Create your joy budget. And most importantly, start building a life where you don't need revenge, because you're actually happy. Your future self will thank you. And your bank account, well, it'll thank you even more. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe. And drop a comment below telling me, what's your biggest revenge spending trigger? Let's talk about it, because we're all in this together. And the first step to changing is admitting there's a problem. Thanks for watching. Now go fix your finances.